So I spent King's Day weekend, most of it at least, in London. I didn't hang around for the festivities here in the Netherlands. King's Day, look it up. It's like a giant bucket or a giant world of orange paint exploded all over a Goodwill shop, and then it just runs out onto the streets with alcohol. That's the best way I could describe it. Something like that. Anyway, so I went to London, hung out with Ed Robertson. He and I did an impromptu Coast2Coast Pinball late Friday night, not live from London. So that's what episode 243 is going to be. Let's go. I nailed that intro, by the way. Like, I usually have to extend the music or shorten the music based on how long I talked, but I did it visually. I looked at the waveforms and just knew when to stop talking. That's never happened. 243 episodes. So anyway. Hi, welcome to Coast2Coast Pinball. This is Nate Shivers. It's a podcast, it's commentary, and I'm a man at quarters. Welcome. Tonight, at this very moment, I'm coming to you not live from Amsterdam in the Netherlands, here on a rainy, shocking, I know, rainy Sunday night, April 29th, 2018. But the show that you're about to listen to was recorded about 48 hours ago, a little less than 48 hours ago. And so Ed Robertson and I will be coming to you not live from London, England on Friday, April 27th, although I believe it was early Saturday morning, April 28th. So anyway, episode 243 is Ed Robertson and myself talking pinball, just catching up, really. It was really late, and we thought, hey, let's do a show. Why not? While we're here. So I hope you enjoy. Thanks, Ed. Thanks to everybody I met in England. I met some really nice folks this week. So thanks to Guy and Don and Dave and Hugh and some other people, two really nice Irish guys who probably don't listen to the show. Thank you. You guys were great too. So anyway, cheers, as they say. Here you go. Ed Robertson.
Nate Shivers.
It's been like a heck of a couple days.
It really has.
I feel like we've gone to war and back all in the course of like 36 hours.
Yeah, I feel like I did most of the fighting, though.
Yeah, but I remember at the end there was like 4 battles in a row where you lost.
It's true.
So
that happened.
I have to take away some sort of relief of this pain.
Before we go too much further,
Yep.
You're just joining us on the Coast2Coast podcast. I'm not Nate Shivers.
Yep.
It's a podcast, it's commentary. I'm a man out of quarters. And quarters are no good to us here anyway.
Not at all. Pound coins.
Pound coins. Location play.
We did leave 2/10 of a credit on a Star Trek machine today, though.
Yeah. Who put... Yeah.
How did they?
10p, I guess.
10 pence?
Yeah.
10 pence.
So yeah, location games here are often just £1 for a play.
It's expensive.
Or sometimes they have the deal, £2 for 3 plays.
£2, but we've confirmed it's not £4 for 3. Or no,
I'm
getting fuzzy on the math.
Yeah,
it's the wow. So it's Friday.
It's late.
It is late. You just played a show.
Yeah,
sold out show with your band, the Bare Naked Ladies. Quite the show.
Thank you.
I'm always impressed by you guys. Sold out in London on a Friday night, packed house.
Pretty cool.
Then there was an after party. We did that. I think we're the only ones not drinking at the after party. But preceding that, and maybe more importantly to the demographic currently listening to this show, is we played a lot of pinball. And
we played
leading up to that show.
an absolutely ridiculous amount of pinball. So Nate and I got together yesterday morning. I had a day off after playing a show somewhere in the UK.
Somewhere north of here.
Birmingham, maybe? No. Doesn't seem right.
No.
Norwich.
That's where I played.
You go. Played in Norwich, drove overnight, got up in the morning, and we immediately went to Chief Coffee.
Chief Coffee.
Chief Coffee is a legit coffee shop with tasty coffee, nice British snacks from sausage rolls to pasties and things like that. They also have some donuts. More importantly, downstairs, 10 really good pinball
Was
machines.
it 10? I don't think I got how many it was, but I guess it was 10.
10. Let's see if we can remember what they were. From left to right.
Well, in the corner was Revenge from Mars and Star Wars.
Yeah.
Stern Star Wars. Stern 2000 17 Star Wars.
Yeah. Then they had another wall with Guardians of the Galaxy and...
Oh, man, I don't remember what the other game... Ghostbusters, that's right.
Then they had another wall with Monster Bash, Cactus Canyon, Medieval Madness...
Dialed In,
Metallica, and Batman Dark Knight. Pretty killer lineup.
That's a great lineup.
Yeah.
In a very unassuming kind of off the main street coffee shop that was good. It was really good. I had all sorts of things. Because we didn't just go once.
Yeah. I've been trying to get there the last 3 times I've been to London. But I've been staying in the East End, and this is way in the West End of London. So it wasn't close to where we're staying either.
No.
But it was like a 30-minute cab ride.
About a 30 with traffic, with London traffic. Yeah. I think 3 miles, 30 minutes. That's about right.
Yeah, which is probably a $55 cab ride out to Chief Coffee. We played probably 5 hours of pinball. And
straight yesterday.
I drank an enormous amount of coffee.
That was impressive.
And then we decided, well, we should go out for a nice dinner. We're in London.
Yep, we haven't hung out in a long time. Have a nice dinner, catch up on the world.
Let's go for a nice dinner.
Yeah.
Right? So we call an Uber, we get in the Uber, and we're 5 minutes away from Chief Coffee on the way back to the Regent's Park area. We're going through Shepherd's Bush, right by the Shepherd's Bush Empire, where Bare Naked Ladies have played many times. And I spy a little microbrewery type place called Brewdog, and I see a Batman 66 in the window. I say, is that a Batman 66 in there? Should we get out here?
I'm like, I've never played a Batman 66. We should get out here.
So we got out, and then we played 2.5 or 3 hours of pinball at Brewdog.
Again, straight through.
And so they had a Batman 66, an Aerosmith, an AC/DC, a Star Trek, and...
The wild card, the weird game.
Oh, Big Buck Hunter.
Big Buck Hunter, thank you.
Yeah. So we played another enormous amount of pinball. Then we finally did come back to the hotel for 45 minutes. And then we went to a local collector's house. Guy and Dawn hosted us. And Guy has a Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
A Tron LE.
Yeah.
A Total Nuclear Annihilation, a Ghostbusters Premium, and a Walking Dead LE in a flat in London.
That's unbelievable to have 5 pinball machines in a residence in London.
Yeah.
And then have that 5 machines as your lineup.
Yeah.
Very collectible.
Yeah. And I had an okay game on his Walking Dead.
Ed just ruined poor Guy's Walking Dead machine for probably weeks, months, maybe forever.
I made it to Last Man Standing for the first time ever.
Was it 1.1 billion or 1.2 billion when you were done?
I think it was around 1.2 billion. It was right in that ballpark, but I couldn't make the Woodbury. I bricked the Woodbury shot 5 times with Last Man Standing and Horde lit.
Yeah.
Horde for the second time was lit. Now I know lots of people get scores way over 1 billion,
but I've had a higher. It was the only game you played on that machine.
Yeah,
we didn't play it a bunch of times and get warmed up or anything. We went from all the other games to that.
Yeah,
and you put up 1.2 billion, took the grand champion score.
Sorry, Guy.
Yeah, sorry about that. Guy actually told me tonight he listens to the show. He knew lots of Coast to Coast facts.
Nice.
So Guy will be lamenting having Ed over to his place and. Opening up his home to us.
Very kind of him to do that. And then, so that was just yesterday.
That was just yesterday.
This morning we got up, went back to Chief Coffee.
As you should, yes.
Probably played 2.5.
Something like that. We gotta be out there at 10:30.
Yeah. 10:30. So maybe we played 2 hours there.
Yeah.
Then we went from there to Brewdog. Again. But had some lunch this time.
Met up with your friends.
Yeah,
Dave and Hugh.
Dave and Hugh, who are visiting from Wales. It was a good couple days of pinball.
And we didn't. I mean, with all that pinball, we didn't even play all the games in those locations.
No,
like we never played Ghostbusters.
Yeah, we didn't play Dark Knight.
Didn't play Dark Knight. We didn't play Big Buck Hunter.
I
think we probably got everything else though.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't play Star Wars.
You're
or
right.
Revenge from Mars.
You're right.
Yeah, so we actually missed a lot of games. We really and played it consistently. It was like just games in. We won a lot of games.
Yeah.
So either we're very good, or the level of pinball in London is still on the rise, as I would say.
Yeah. I managed to GC the Aerosmith, the Metallica, and
The Walking Dead at Guy's House.
Oh, and The Walking Dead at Guy's House.
Yeah, how could you forget? I managed to GC. So, also, yeah, you kind of beat me into the ground yesterday a little bit. I had a few wins here and there, but you're Ed Robertson got really good at pinball since I last played against him.
I've been playing a lot.
It's a good distraction on the road.
It sure is.
Yeah. So, it was my first time playing Total Nuclear Annihilation, and my first time playing something else.
Batman 66.
Batman 66, yeah.
They had old code on the Batman 66, so... But it was set up nice, it was playing nice. You thought it was leaning a little to the left?
Well, I think we were... So, also, tilt bobs seem to be banned, or at least missing in action in parts of London right now.
Yeah.
Because we were able to move some machines.
Although ACDC was tight as hell.
That was
and
us.
ate us alive.
Yeah, well, because the problem was the tilt bobs were very loose or not there at the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And then we'd get to Brewdogs where there were tilt bobs, and we were trying to move machines a foot to the left or right, and it wasn't having it. I actually really like Batman 66. You know, you've told me that you thought it was a great game. I know other podcasters have said things of the sort as well, too, that it's a fantastic game. I liked it a lot. It's so different when you stand in front of it and actually play it if you're thinking Batman Dark Knight. Mm-hmm. It doesn't even seem like the same game to me. I mean, there's a crane mech there, but past that, it's really quite different.
Yeah. It's really come to life. I almost feel like Stern needs to relaunch that game because it's such a different experience now from... Obviously, the code was in its infancy when it launched, and the game is so fun and quirky, and Lyman has done so many interesting things with the rules. There's a lot of great, like, risk-reward, really tense ways to... Josh Sharp just sent me I think a 1.4 billion bat phone.
Where you can increase the bat phone
so you can,
Gordon target.
A combination of switching villains and hitting the Commissioner Gordon target to reset the timer and add a multiplier and up the value of the hurry-up shot. But he boosted that up to... My best is in the 500 million range, and Josh got close to 1.5 billion bat phone shot.
Yeah, that theme lends itself to being is something Stern could, if they wanted to and thought the demand was there, keep running that game. If the license... I don't know the situation on that license, but as it... using an old license of an old show like that people have this reverence for. You could
so
keep running
good,
that
and
for a long
so
time.
much has been added in the last couple of code updates in terms of call-outs and video content on the screen. The rules have gotten really fun and interesting. The modes are really cool. Batusi multi-ball is awesome. It's so fun. Great lighting, great choreography. It's a great machine.
It looks solid. I kind of wish they didn't have, and I understand why you do this, but at the game at I keep forgetting the name of these places we were at. Brewdogs?
Yeah.
At Brewdogs, they had a playfield protector on the whole game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't love that.
I don't love that either. I don't, I'm a different kind of pinball collector. I don't want my games to be pristine forever. It's like guitars for me. Like when they start getting finger marks on them and pick scratches and stuff, they just get cooler as far as I'm concerned. And I feel the same way about pinball.
And I get it. That's a business. They're probably trying to protect an investment. I see it, but...
Yeah, but it's... I think we're all weird in this hobby to expect that we can buy something for $7,000, play it for a couple of years, and sell it for $7,000.
I know, right?
Like, this is not a tenable
That's a great
situation.
justification to just keep buying games.
Right?
I can always just get all my money back.
Yeah. It kind of shouldn't be like that.
But it is a lot of time.
It is most of the time.
A lot of time, yeah.
But it's created this weird dynamic of expecting perfection from things that were never supposed to be perfect.
Yeah, that's true.
And so there's this whole side of the hobby that's all about pristine and mint and cherry museum quality. And it's like nothing appeals to me less than that. I will take a player's example of any game. My Fathom at home is rocked. It looks like it's been dragged behind a car and thrown in and out of bars and laundromats, and the playfield's got lots of wear on it, but it shoots great.
It's still fun, I'm sure.
It functions 100%. I recently snapped the middle drop target in the 1-2-3 bank.
You're so strong.
And I filed off another drop target, like from a Sea Witch. I think I had a Sea Witch drop target, which is not the same shape at all. So I literally like sawed off the edges of the target and just jammed it in there.
Love it.
So I now have like one S3.
That's funny.
But yeah, I'm just not about pristine game. I like a game that looks well played.
I totally understand that. My problem has always been with whether guitars is a great example too, because I felt the same way. I hate buying brand new guitars because I don't like putting the first scratch in it, but I don't mind at all having 100 scratches in it.
Right.
You know, the one scratch on this is like horrible.
Yeah.
But it's like once it's worn in, like okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and there's a big market for those like relic guitars where they wear them out for you.
Yeah, Fender really developed the relicing process to the point where it looks like it happened naturally over 40 or 50 years.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll see that. I don't think we'll ever see that in pinball.
We'll see that, no.
Nope. No. Man, I had a blast playing Metallica today. You know, it's a game you and I have both owned for years, and we didn't play it at first when we were at the coffee shop, and then today we're like, let's get on Metallica, and we kept winning free games. We were playing pretty well.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun, and it just reminds me how great that game is.
That game is amazing.
It's a masterpiece.
You're never out of it.
Never
in that game.
As you proved, every time I'd put up a big score, you chased me down. I got to 178 million heads at like 20 million. I'm like, I got this one finally, and then there he is, 225. Like, come on, man. Seek and Destroy, just running.
That is a great game, and what I love about that game is there's a layer to it that makes perfect sense in terms of the Sparky Cemetery coffin or casket, depending on your preference.
Yep.
Multi-ball. Trying to lock in the inserts, trying to go for crank it up. All that layer is right there out in the open. It's pretty easy to follow.
Yeah.
Then there's a whole secondary layer right under it that you don't need to pay attention to, but when you get really nerdy into the code in that game, it's really rewarding to understand the pick add-a-balls and the, moving your active shot around to lock in those inserts.
That's the difference when I look at Metallica, and like somebody we were talking to. We've talked a lot of pinball last few days, and it's a little fuzzy to me. Somebody said, I've really been thinking about buying a Kiss, and both of us kind of went, yeah, don't do that. And just because, like, it's one thing to, look, all pinball's good pinball. I'll play Kiss on location.
Me too.
But I don't think that game is like an instant buy for a home, especially when you have limited space, because the rules aren't that deep and developed. Whereas you look at Metallica, and they have those layers. That to me is the difference with Kiss, where it's like, there's cool shots. It's a colorful game.
Yeah.
There's nice LEDs on the thing lighting it up. But past that initial, I'm playing the mode and I'm shooting the shots, where's that next level that
there
just
isn't
ropes
that
you in?
Other rewarding level of nuanced coding to it.
Yeah, and that's one of the real brilliant parts of Metallica.
And Walking Dead's got that too.
Absolutely.
Where there's a surface level that is evident right away, but there's all this other stuff going on.
Walking Dead's such a weird one, and I learned this when I did the Pinball with the Pros show with Lyman. You know, the obvious stuff is there. There's a big, giant zombie well walker right in front of you. It's like, I should hit that, right? Oh, and hey, look, there's some doors up in the back with the zombie behind it. I should hit that. And I know when I've played with people who aren't really into it, that's obviously what they're shooting for. And that game's intimidating because both those shots can be death shots and hard. The ramps are not easy shots in that game. And you have this weird feed out of the pop memory. Everyone's said it a million times. It's an interesting layout. And all the modes and everything start off these 3 hidden drop targets that are like, you wouldn't even notice them if you're not looking for them.
Yeah.
And that to me is a really brilliant use and design choice there. Again, where Lyman looks at this playfield and says, you know, what am I going to do here? And I think that is why that game is stayed so popular amongst home collectors, because...
Well, I think I said to you before when I think it was the 1.4 code that introduced the whole bloodbath strategy to that game. And, you know, I called a friend right away and I was like, you got to play this game now. You know, this new code has changed everything. It's amazing. And he said, well, did it change the layout? Because that's the problem with the game.
It kind of does.
And I said, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Like, it sort of changed the geometry because it put this really heavy focus on this wide left drop target shot. You need it. And you have to keep going back to it. And it kind of changed the layout.
Well, it's interesting because sometimes when we play these older games, like we were talking about like 9-Ball earlier, or we were talking about Dolly Parton, all these like older, simple games, often when I think about those games, I think, I love that game because of this shot or this thing that you have to do on that game, like Fathom. Like there's I have to do this thing to really open the game up at all score-wise.
Yeah.
And in my head, I think you can't really do that on a modern game. You can't build a game around this one thing because it's too complex. There's too much going on, and you can't simplify it down. But you kind of can do it when you write the rules in a certain way to take 3 drop targets and say, okay, this is now the focus of how to open this thing up.
Well, and you know, the simple layer on top of that is, you know, Walking Dead, it is so freaking satisfying when you sweep those 3 drops.
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
And that gives you that feeling of those early 80s stern drop sweeps, and it's like, that's super cool.
That was a lot of fun. We had a good time with a lot of... I thought Guardians of the Galaxy has really come along.
I've been playing a lot of pinball on this whole tour. I managed to find some great spots. Guy named Peter had me in to see his co-op collection down in Salisbury. Got 26 games, I think. Great. It was awesome. There's a great spot in Birmingham. Tilt. You've been to Tilt.
Yeah, I've been to Tilt.
And Kirk showed me Guardians of the Galaxy there, and I hadn't played the newer code on the machine. It's really fun. That's a fun game.
Layout's good on that one.
The layout's good, and I love the orb shot is great. The Groot shot is totally satisfying. The ramps are great. I really enjoyed playing that game.
Yeah, I think,
and that's another game that I guess the layout is similar to Metallica.
Yeah,
I hear people say that all the time. Never noticed that once while I was playing it.
No,
it doesn't feel like Metallica. It doesn't. You can't go, oh, I'm wicked at Metallica, so now I'm just going to blow up this Guardians of the Galaxy.
No,
it's not the same experience at all.
No, and in that kind of that vein, you know, we played Aerosmith too, and I had a lot of fun with Aerosmith. Aerosmith's missing that layer, I think, as well. It needs that thing for me.
I don't miss it on Aerosmith for some reason. I love that game. It's that game's just kind of a pure fun pin for me. I like it. I love the toy box. Even though I drained with 6 in it, ready to go.
You did do that, yeah.
With 5 in it, the 6th one lit,
ready to go, yeah.
But I like that game every time I play it. I really enjoy it.
I just still think it's a beautiful game.
Johnny,
one of my favorite art packages. I finally got to play Spooky Pinball, Scott Denise's creation, Total Nuclear Annihilation. And as advertised, everyone says, "Oh, this is like the the versus game. This is the 2 or 3 or 4 player game, and we had 4 players crammed in there playing that game, and I beat everybody on the first game, by the way. Just I don't know.
You did.
For the record,
Yeah.
I beat everybody on the first game. Might have been the only game I beat everybody on. But yeah, I love it. Absolutely great. The rule set there is super, super simple, but with a few quirks to it, where you kind of need to know what's going on and then adjust to what you're doing.
Yeah.
Love it. Love the layout. I mean, I want one. I think that's everybody plays that and goes, yeah, I want that.
Yeah.
I need that in my home.
It's pretty tough. I can't think of a better multiplayer pin.
Yeah.
It's so brutal and so fun, and it's so exciting. The sounds. My only real problem with that game is it's Scott Denisi as a guy. He's just such a hothead.
I wasn't going to bring it up.
Yeah,
But
so moody. Like, the littlest thing sets him off, and he's just screaming
he's
at you.
going to have to, like, learn to, control himself.
People skills. That's what he needs.
It'll shorten his career if he doesn't develop some.
Yeah.
For real. Yeah. That's a good point.
Scott Denisi is a lovely human, and I could not be happier for all of the praise coming his way. It's well deserved. This machine is a very special thing.
It's not often in pinball or in the world of guitars, or even if you ramp up to something like cars, certainly, that a true kind of passion project where this is just a person who has a vision. Probably in music you get it somewhat. That's probably where you'd see it the most, is in music. Where one person goes, I have a vision, I'm going to make and create and do this, and then people discover it and go, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Music. But in stuff that costs thousands of dollars, it's really hard to pull off.
Yeah.
Because it takes a whole production to get that out there. So the fact that this has managed to, in our little hobby here, kind of catch fire, and it timed it just right with a company like Spooky that could handle this sort of thing. It's just the right amount. It's just big enough. It's not too big where, Stern might have built that game and said, oh, we didn't sell 7,000, 8,000 of them, fail. And Spooky goes, we sell 500, 600. Amazing success. It's perfect.
Yeah.
And I don't know the numbers. I'm just throwing numbers out there. And please don't quote me, anybody. But yeah, it's really a passion project, and that comes through with the light show, with the sounds, and a soundtrack on tape cassette. I mean, come on.
It's amazing.
It's too cool.
And that's part of the story too. When you show somebody that game, which is amazing. On its own merit.
Yeah,
the game
absolutely.
is incredible.
Absolutely.
But then when you say, this is basically the work of one dude.
Yeah.
He did almost everything
Except
himself.
build the game.
Yeah. It's really remarkable. It's a very singular thing in this pinball world.
Yeah. Yeah. And I had felt that to a degree with America's Most Haunted. That was a lot just Ben Heck saying, I want to do pinball.
Yeah.
And this is like really smart. And if you look at these two guys, we're talking about two really smart guys who spend a lot of time, I think, in their own mind with stuff, and you get something truly creative.
Speaking of praise, I am so excited to play Iron Maiden.
Oh my gosh, I
can't wait to play it. But that's there's not a lot of naysayers on that party.
No, my social media feeds are just filling up right now with my American friends playing Iron Maiden at launch parties and stuff like that. And I'm
mine too.
So jealous.
I know.
Oh,
I can't wait.
Yeah, that's an instance where you got a guy like Keith Elwin. He's obviously I had Keith on the show, and you could hear he's really zoned in on this game and this design. But this is a guy who's spent a lot of his time and energy in his life, not just like in his professional career, but like in his life, thinking about, living about being pinball, and sit and cross over and work on the design of a game with Stern, getting a license like Iron Maiden. Pretty cool.
He is a certified Zen lord of pinball. The guy is amazing to watch.
Yeah,
it's amazing to watch him play.
When I started really following the competitive stuff, I would ask the generic question that you ask all the top players: who's the best? And like some guys like almost don't want to answer. They're like, because they know it's not them, but they're like, Elwin. And some guys might say Bowen, but then Elwin went on this streak there where he was like kind of winning a bunch of tournaments again, and then so like a lot of guys were like, well, yeah, it's Keith. Like, if I have to choose one, I'm not choosing me. I'm betting on Key.
Yeah.
And the design looks cool. It's got just enough stuff that's interesting and different. I think that people are excited. The theme is, I think it's a great theme for pinball, and I know Stern's getting some flack from, people who are criticizing it for too many like old guy bands. But it's like, well, we got to make themes. There has to be something. You're not going to do a young, unproven band.
Yeah.
And rock and roll does fit with pinball.
I'm not remotely an Iron Maiden fan, but I'm not really a Metallica fan either, and it's a top 3 pin for me. For a while, I had swapped out all the music using Pinball Browser, but now there was a code update, and I just installed the code update, and I totally enjoy it. It works with pinball.
Rock music works with pinball.
Yeah, I think Iron Maiden will be the same. I'll end up liking a bunch of those songs.
They're great.
Like I have with the Metallica
I'm
ones.
a closet Iron Maiden fan. I always kind of have been. It's one of those where I would never probably listen to an album front to back, but every once in a while I'll be in the gym or something, and I'll be like scrolling through Spotify, like, you know what? I need to hear like Aces High.
Right.
Like, it's just so good.
I just have a great memory of when I was a kid and I was just starting to play in a band, and I could hear music coming from around the block in my neighborhood, and walking around this like a 10-minute walk following the sound of a band rehearsing, and they were rehearsing Flight of Icarus.
Yeah.
The Maiden song. And I'll never forget it. Like, that memory is burned into my head. I finally found the house, and it was literally a garage band, a band rehearsing in a garage on my street in Scarborough growing up. And they were playing Flight of Icarus over and over and over, and that they didn't even have a singer.
Oh wow!
It was just the band working on it, and I've loved that song ever since. So I
heard you and Kevin tonight on the end of some song. You did your like little harmony guitar run at the end. I don't remember which track it was.
Oh yeah, in the Invisible Fence.
Yeah, and I'm like, Maiden.
Yeah, it's a little
Thin Lizzy, whatever. You're
wire choir.
Yeah, it's all. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah, it's funny. I think that Iron Maiden sort of gets. Because I've heard people be like really strong, like, I hate Iron Maiden. I'm like, how do you hate Iron Maiden?
Yeah.
It's vocals. I think the vocals, when you don't have the full context of the band and the theatrics and realize that Bruce Dickinson's like a classically trained singer, and if you don't have that whole thing and you can't open your mind to like a big monster Eddie, and see what's really happening here. If you can't like suspend your disbelief and watch Spinal Tap and wish that it was real, you'll just hear that high pitched metal vocal and go, no.
I mean, I'm not into the band, but that guy's a wicked singer.
A great singer and a pilot.
Yeah. Fellow pilot.
So, yeah, I mean, we're sitting here talking about a game we haven't played yet, but I don't know.
I'm excited about it.
Everything's coming out.
Yeah.
I mean, even the people who I was really curious to see what they would think, I was like, oh, who will they be the naysayer? They have not been the naysayers.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Dialed In was good. I thought, we were kind of having our Jersey Jack talk going into that, saying like, oh, look at how the games have come out, starting from Wizard of Oz, and that was a game I never really connected with. And then Hobbit, we sort of both had our moments with Hobbit, I think, in and out of it. And we sort of agreed before we played it. We're like, Dialed In's the best Jersey Jack game so far.
Yeah,
and we played it. We had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah,
a lot of fun. Cool geometry, cool shots.
Yeah,
good rule set in there.
There's lots to love about that game.
Yeah, you were talking like, I could own this game.
Yeah. The only thing I find with that game is there's a disconnect with what's happening sonically on it. I don't feel the punch of the shots. Like, I feel like I make a lot of shots where there isn't a corresponding sound. It has a soft feel to me, but I really like the basic framework of the modes, and I find the layout fun and challenging. That upper flipper
Pat
shot,
Lawler.
Yeah,
like it really you get Pat Lawler when you're playing that game.
Yeah, I dig it, but there's a couple of weird things on the game, like when it says shoot the right ramp, I'm like, I don't see a right ramp. It is the right orbit shot becomes a ramp.
Yeah.
after it loops up through
Around
3/4 of the orbit. I
Yeah.
think that call out should just say shoot the right orbit.
Yeah, I agree.
Because for months I was looking at that game going, what do you mean shoot the right ramp? There isn't a right ramp. And also the other thing that's weird is when you light an extra ball, you have to magically know that the extra ball is in the left orbit.
Still never understood that. You're like, hey, your extra ball's lit. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Where?
Yeah.
Point, show me. And you're like, right there. I'm like,
Yeah. Well, it's just that the insert turns orange.
Yes.
But there's no insert that says extra ball, and it doesn't say on the screen, shoot the left orbit to catch your extra ball. So there's a couple of finicky things. Now, obviously, if you owned the game, you would know those things. But, just thinking of approaching it as a location game, there's a couple of sort of esoteric things about it that would make it less approachable for a non-pinball person.
Yeah.
I mean, this is another discussion we've had a lot of times. Like, there's a lot of shit we take for granted as pinball guys that when you walk up to a machine, like some people don't even know how to plunge a ball.
I had to start a game for a guy in Amsterdam the other day.
Yeah.
There's a whodunit on location, which I don't think you can say that very often. There was a whodunit on location.
Yeah.
Guy walked up. I was playing the Addams Family next to it. He put money in it, and he stood there hitting the flippers, and looking it up. And I finally reached over and pressed him, and he's like, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah.
He had no idea.
And it's common, and simple things like having a multiplayer game and you take turns.
Yeah.
All those things are things we take for granted. Basic, like step up to the game and get it going. That's not that easy. It's not that intuitive if you don't know how to do it, right? But so then when you take that into the actual game under the glass, it's like there's a lot of things people say, yeah, same old thing, hit that 3 times, do that, and then it's like, well, not everybody knows that.
No,
just pinball nerds know that.
Like your friend Dave and his dad Hugh was there, and Dave's played some, and they own a game, they have a Shadow.
Yeah.
And Dave's played some pinball. I thought, probably a little nervous in my presence, obviously.
Probably.
Clearly. But his dad, I don't think he was very nervous of any of us, but you could see him trying to play like AC/DC with us. He was like, what on earth am I supposed to do? Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
We're getting multi-balls and stuff, and we're like looking at the inserts flashing. We know to shoot that right ramp.
Yeah.
And he's just like, what do I do? The TNT targets, maybe? Which no, that's death. Death.
Yeah.
So you're right. We definitely do take that for granted. And
so I think Dialed In has got some hurdles, even for an experienced player, to look at that game and figure out what's really going on.
Yeah, it took me a while.
Because I've now played it a lot, and I still don't really understand the SIM cards and how I light the big
The SIM card is a shot that I miss 16 times, and on the 17th time I get some points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it, though.
I like it. I like it. I don't understand the modes very well.
Yeah.
That's where I kind of lose it, and I probably just need to read and slow down.
Yeah.
But that one to me has been a weird theme integration mixed with shot integration. Like it's never lined up to me perfectly. But I do really, I like the layout. It looks good.
Yeah.
It looks really good. We had fun with it. Certainly, we're going to war on that. Like that's the one that was telling us how much we tilted away, right?
Yeah. I'd like that. I wish that was on more games. I love you just tilted away 6,000.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So this is the end of your UK tour.
Yeah.
You guys had a good run.
Great run.
Dozen shows? 15 shows? What was it?
10 or 12.
10, 12, something like that. A couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. I came here straight from Morocco. I had been in Morocco for 10 days doing a charity trip that I was hosting.
I went to Morocco in February. There's no pinball in Morocco.
No pinball.
There's no pinball.
And so I came straight from Morocco to the UK. Crazy tour. Sorry, I'm yawning.
It's 2 in the morning.
It's 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
I played a show tonight.
Yeah.
Tour started in Glasgow.
North, for those of you who
Next show was in Salisbury.
That is not
That's pretty much the south coast,
Yeah.
down by Stonehenge.
Who booked that?
Well, then we went Manchester, then we went Edinburgh.
Yeah, that's zigzagging.
So it was... The tour was supposed to start in the south, go north, and then dip back down to London. But the Edinburgh shows sold out so quickly that we wanted to add a Glasgow, and the only date we could get for Glasgow was before the tour. So it ended up going like from far north, far south, back to far north, and then back to the south to London. But amazing tour. The crowds here are incredible.
I thought the crowd tonight was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that was a lot of fun watching that guy. When did the album release? It's been out...
November the 17th.
Okay, so a year and...
No,
just 6 months.
yeah.
Man, see, my sense of time on everything is so off.
Yeah.
I heard it a lot earlier, I think.
You did. I sent it to you a lot earlier.
Man, I feel like I've... Yeah, you did. So, and you're still out supporting it, and you're about to do a big run in the U.S.
Yeah, we got a...
Congratulations on the Hall of Fame, by the way.
Thank
Ed
you.
Robertson, Hall of Famer.
I know, it's weird. I was saying to the guys, we're the band that makes fun of bands that are in the Hall of Fame. How are we getting inducted in the Hall of Fame?
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, we've got 6 or 7 weeks coming up in the U.S.
All over, too. You showed me the map.
Yeah. Better Than Ezra and KT Tunstall out with us, which will be good fun. They're both good friends, so
Good.
looking forward to that. And looking forward to hitting as much pinball as I can
Yeah.
while traveling.
You're going to go to the Allentown show?
Yeah, going to Allentown, and I'm going to try to head over to the VFW show in
Those
Michigan.
aren't next to each other.
They aren't.
That's not locally.
They aren't, but...
So now I know who booked your UK tour.
Yeah, me. No, it's just I have so many friends going down to Allentown, so that's more like go down and hang out. But I've been trying to get to Clay's place and see that.
It's
collection.
cool. It's really cool. I had a great time when I was there a few years ago.
And they're the same weekend, so we'll just road trip it.
And you bought how many games while you're in the UK?
That was a mistake. That was an accident. 2.
Just buying pinball machines.
2. I found a Spirit, and I've been wanting a Spirit for a long time. And then a good friend of mine, Drano, was ready to sell his Flight 2000.
Flight 2000.
And I couldn't let it go. I tried. I actually tried. I said, no, I'm going to pass. He goes, why? Don't you like the game? And I was like, no, it's a great game. And like early Sterns are like totally my favorite thing right now. My big game gets more play than anything in my collection right now. I love it. And he's like, oh, well, you should check it out. I was like, okay, I'll buy it. He's like, well, I don't want to pressure you. And I was like, I was just trying to see if I could not buy a game.
Failed.
I failed.
And you just got a Harlem Globetrotters too?
I did, yeah.
Man, stacking up the solid state.
I've been selling stuff, though, too.
Yeah.
So my collection is still around 25.
That's a good number.
It's a good number. It's too many, actually.
But you were saying something to somebody else I overheard you saying about
Well,
how
I was talking to a guy. I think 10 is the most that you should have. 10 is a sensible number. Because you can actually stay on top of the maintenance with 10.
Yep.
And I had 10 at home for a long time, and I was on top of everything. And then I went to 15. I put pins in another room at home, and I can't stay on top of 15 machines. Something's always down.
Yeah.
And my time to play at home is kind of limited. I actually play more when I'm touring. So when I'm home, if something's down, I want to play. I don't want to be fixing all the time.
Yeah.
So I end up playing something else, and then something else goes down. And then, by the time I get to it, I got 3 machines down, and I've got to do a bunch of work. So I think 10's the right number. 10 you can reasonably stay on top of.
And Iron Maiden joining the collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got an LE coming.
There you go.
Can't wait. So something's got to give. Something's got to go. My Elvira and the Party Monsters is
That's
leaving.
The one. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I've moved a ton of games over the last couple of years. I'm really trying hard not to be a game hoarder.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be. I don't want to have.
Not gonna have a storage locker with
I don't
folded
want
up
that.
games. Yeah.
I don't want that.
No,
it's
I agree.
It's too easy to fall into that trap of like, I have to have every game, and I just don't. You know, if I'm playing them, amazing. If I stop pressing start for a long period of time, it's time to bring something else in.
That's awesome.
And my collection's been skewing a lot more to, you know, like I brought a Flash Gordon in recently, the big game, like I mentioned.
It's so weird to me that seems to be, because you're not the only one. You know, pinball itself has had this resurgence that we can talk about. Oh, people want analog, people want physical, people want, you know, something that's not a video game. But then even within the pinball community, there's this resurgence for finding these, you know, early 80s, mid 80s solid state games that are just gems, and those are starting to go up in value, and you're paying more for a lot of these games. And it's weird that even inside of pinball, which itself is this retro thing, now there's this retro movement to like old simple games.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that's awesome. You need to go to sleep, man.
Sleep's for wussies.
We'll sleep when we're dead. Man, had a blast. I'm glad I made it over here for a couple days.
Yeah, man. Thanks for making the trek over.
Really appreciate the show tonight and all the pinball. And
it was great.
Yeah, and I hopefully I will see you sometime this summer.
Yeah.
That's the plan. Good. Well, travel safe, and all the best.
Thanks, Coast to Coast listeners. Thanks, Nate Shivers.
Thanks, Ed Robertson. Did it bother you that I didn't talk after the interview? I could just tell, like, when I just put the bumper music noise thingy-ma-bop that came from, I think, Ripley's Believe It or Not, if we want to be keeping notes here about the show. I have a whole folder of sounds from Ripley's Believe It or Not in here that I actually pull from for the show. But I didn't say anything after the interview. I usually cap it off and say, like, hey, I really want to thank Ed Robertson, or I really want to thank so-and-so for coming on the show, blah, 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 until next time. I didn't do that. Did that bother you? Bothered me. I guess that's why I'm here again. So, anyway, I gotta go. It's like late. I gotta go to work tomorrow. I do want to say though, until next time, play more pinball. Be nice to each other and take care of yourselves. I've forgotten this. This is how bad it is that I don't do the show. Play more pinball. Be nice to each other and take care. That doesn't sound right, huh? This is also the problem with never listening back to my shows. I can't do that. Yeah. So anyway, I don't really have anything else. I'm sitting here drinking a vanilla zero sugar Coca-Cola. Oh, on the subject of my vanilla zero sugar Coca-Cola, very few things in the last year of this show have sparked as much email and apparent outrage as me telling everyone how much I like drinking diet soda. All the dentists in the world apparently listen to this show because there was a lot of like tooth advice. Yes, I know. It's acidic. It's bad for my teeth. I know. I had a dentist tell me a long time ago, it's okay to drink it, but rinse your mouth out after you do. So I'm always finding myself getting water after my diet soda. Don't worry about me. My teeth are actually in good shape. I'm almost 40. I'm not going to need them much longer anyway, right? Yeah, so there's that. Yeah, so I don't know. Show's kind of over. You don't really still need to be here. Yeah, so that's about it. I guess I'll go to bed now. Conundrum here because it's Sunday night, and Sunday night's not a great... Well, it's Sunday night in Europe, Sunday afternoon in the United States, and I think about, like, what's the best time to publish this show? Should I publish it now and just be done with it and have it off my list of to-dos? Or should I do the really smart marketing thing and wait till tomorrow afternoon, my time, morning U.S. time, specifically morning East Coast time, because that's where everybody lives in the United States. I don't know if you know that or not. Everybody lives in the East Coast. And publish it then when the most people will like be primed and hitting their computers and logging into their Facebook and seeing the post. And so I'll probably just post it tonight. But I do want to thank you guys, because the Keith Elwin episode, last episode 242, amazing amount of downloads for that show. Like I thought the numbers were wrong. There were so many downloads, but then I started getting emails from like ad agencies who saw me trending on Stitcher. Coast2Coast Pinball was like in the top 30 or something on Stitcher that week, which is not a platform I thought a lot of people listen to, but apparently that episode garnered some interest. So I guess thanks Keith Elwin, Stern Pinball, and Iron Maiden for that. No, I still don't want to sell ads on my show. I'm not going to do that, but because then I'd be like beholden to actually do the show really often. That would be a problem because I can't do that right now. But anyway, so thanks for listening in mass to that show, and you know Ed beat me quite a bit when we played Heads Up Pinball, especially on day one. Like it was really annoying because he would like crush me on the first game we'd play usually, and then I'd be like player one on the second game, and I'd put like say Metallica, like he'd beat me like 75 million to like 20 million on game one. Well, then on game two of Metallica, I put up like 120 million on my first ball, and I'm like, I got him. And then he puts up 50 million. Then I get to 178, and he gets to 120, and I'm like, I got this. And then I choke on ball three, and I'm at like 179. Maybe not that bad, but you know what I'm saying. And then he gets to like 250 or some nonsense and sets the grand championship score. But then on the next game, he beats me like 48-46. So he kept chasing me down on day one. But, you know, day two was better. I had some good wins at AC/DC. I don't think he ever beat me on Star Trek. So anyway, just for the record, I'm not insecure about this or anything. It's not like I did a bunch of videos on these games telling you how to play them. Damn it. Anyway. Okay, I gotta go. Good night. Laters.